Hello. This video is for anyone with their sun or ascendant in Virgo. In recent weeks, dear Virgos, you've likely been living in a state of constant internal tension. Your mind feels like a risk calculator running non-stop, trying to manage hundreds of tiny details and polish every process to absolute perfection. You're used to relying on clear structure, logic, and order. But lately, external circumstances seem almost deliberately resistant to your plans. Deadlines shift, people make mistakes, and standard playbooks just stop working. You've hit a wall where trying to control everything around you leads only to background anxiety, physical tension, and the exhausting feeling that you're carrying everyone else's disorganization on your shoulders. There is nothing wrong with you. It's simply that your old strategy of creating safety through rigid hypercontrol no longer works. The good news is that September 2026 is your personal astrological new year, and a major reset for your life rules. The first 10 days of the month unfold under the guardianship of your ruler, Mercury, operating at peak strength right in your first house of self. On September 11th, a new moon at 18 degrees of Virgo opens a clean slate for setting new personal standards. Uranus turning retrograde on September 10th in your 10th house of career will force you to bring flexibility to your professional goals, while the full moon on September 26th at 4 degrees of Aries, in your 8th house of transformative resources, will help you finally release what you've long outgrown. Let's walk through step by step how Virgo can navigate this September in the best possible way. And stick around until the very end of the video for a brief neuro-integration practice designed to clear your mind and help you calmly navigate the month's challenging days. Be sure to listen all the way through, but for now, let's dive into the forecast, starting with personal strategy and finances. The first 10 days of the month are a golden window for Virgo. While your ruler Mercury resides in its home sign in your first house, your mental clarity, analytical precision, and decision-making are at their absolute peak. On September 11th, the new moon at 18 degrees of Virgo in your first house provides a powerful launchpad to revamp your personal brand, update your image, launch personal initiatives, and lay down the foundation for the entire year ahead. However, a major shift happens on September 10th. Uranus halts and turns retrograde at 5 degrees of Gemini, in your 10th house of career, status, and strategic targets. At this point, Uranus joins for other outer planets already in retrograde, meaning all 5 collective giants are slowing down outer events simultaneously. On the exact same day, Mercury enters Libra, your second house of personal finances, while Venus moves into Scorpio, your third house. Starting September 10th, Uranus retrograde in your career sector sends a clear signal. Rigid, inflexible professional plans will require adjustment. Clinging to outdated status structures might create friction. This is a time to audit your positioning and introduce out-of-the-box approaches to your work. On September 16th and 17th, Mars in your 11th house forms a smooth, harmonious trine to retrograde Saturn in your 8th house. These are excellent days for organizing shared finances, working with investors, clearing debts, and solidifying bonds with reliable partners. On September 18th, as Mercury from the second house forms a strict opposition to Saturn, your financial resilience will be tested. You might face delayed payments, tight budget constraints, or unexpected expenses. On September 18th, it is crucial not to give in to panic or fall into a scarcity mindset. Your best defense is a cool-headed financial audit based strictly on hard numbers. On September 28th, Mars transitions into Leo, your 12th house of the subconscious and inner reserves. Active external pursuits will give way to a need for privacy, rest, and strategic preparation for your next big stride. Outer events always impact your personal life and relationships as well. Let's see how this planetary weather plays out in your interactions with others. Starting September 10th, when Venus enters Scorpio, your third house of information, immediate surroundings, and daily communications. Your interactions will become deeply perceptive, sharp, and selective. You'll see straight through subtext, hidden agendas, and insincerity. Venus in Scorpio has no interest in superficial small talk. You'll want total honesty in both business alliances and personal bonds. On September 10th and 18th, avoid excessive nitpicking or criticism. Pointing out every flaw to loved ones or colleagues could trigger prolonged emotional friction. Mercury's move into Libra on September 10th helps shift your focus toward negotiating fair financial compromises with partners and striking a healthy balance between giving and receiving. The peak moment of the month arrives on September 26th with the full moon at 4 degrees of Aries. It takes place in your 8th house, the sector of shared assets, joint budgets, deep transformations, and emotional attachments. This is the emotional climax of the month. The full moon will shed clear light on joint finances, inheritances, taxes, or loans. You may clearly realize which financial or emotional ties are dragging you down. The golden rule for Virgo on September 26th. Don't try to hold on to what is leaving, and avoid control tactics. Use this turning point to coolly settle debts and free yourself from outside pressure. Now let's look at your physical vitality and mind-body health. For the sensitive, analytical nature of Virgo, September 2026 places special demands on your digestive system and nervous system. During the first half of the month, while Mercury is in your sign, the urge to micromanage everything can cause abdominal tension, GI spasms, and digestive distress. In somatic therapy, the digestive system is directly linked to processing reality and the difficulty of digesting overwhelming tasks or other people's chaos. On September 18th, during the Mercury-Saturn opposition, it is essential to lower your demands on yourself and those around you, pay attention to your diet, and avoid stress eating. After September 28th, when Mars moves into your 12th house, your body will demand a real slowdown. Ignoring signs of fatigue could show up as insomnia or physical exhaustion. The best way to preserve your vitality this month is through structured physical release. Gentle yoga, belly and back massage, long walks in nature, and consciously switching off your analytical mind. Around the full moon on September 26th, dial back your workload, let yourself rest, and trust your body's natural rhythms. Let's pull your entire September picture together into a clean, actionable blueprint so you can cut through the mental clutter. Through September 10th to 11th, leverage peak Mercury strength in Virgo for strategic planning, and lay your growth foundations during the September 11th new moon in your first house. September 10th, stay adaptable in career matters as Uranus turns retrograde in the 10th house, and cultivate deep, authentic ties under Venus in Scorpio. September 16th to 17th and 18th, finalize financial terms during the Mars-Saturn trine, and stick strictly to budget calculations during the Mercury-Saturn opposition on September 18th. September 26th, bring clarity to joint resources, clear debts, and let go of underlying anxiety during the 8th house full moon. September 28th, shift into recharge mode and focus on quality rest as Mars enters your 12th house. Main focus for the month: mental focus. Shift your energy away from micromanaging every detail and toward trusting the foundation you've built while staying flexible. Now that you know what September has in store, let's tune our minds and inner state for a wonderful month ahead. By the way, if you know your ascendant alongside your sun sign, I recommend watching both forecasts to connect the dots and get the full picture of your month. You'll find videos for all signs on the channel. However, dry facts about dates and transits alone won't change our automatic habits. Still, we build our future moment by moment, and understanding these astro insights lets us handle them with ease. So let's take the first step together. Drop a comment below with your Virgo power statement for this month. I trust my order, I flow with life. Like this video and subscribe to the channel if our approach resonates with you. Now let's transition into our integrative neurotuning practice. It's crafted using neurolinguistic principles to help your brain deeply relax your body, clear mental noise, and step into a state of calm, composed observation. And here's something important. If you're driving right now, walking down the street, working out, or doing chores, you don't need to stop, close your eyes, or pause what you're doing. This session is designed to work directly with your subconscious, even if it's playing in the background while you go about your day. Your brain will still absorb the key mental cues and start releasing physical tension. Just keep moving, let my voice carry in the background, and stay tuned until the end to fully lock in your inner strength for the month ahead. Ready? Let's begin. Take a slightly deeper breath in, and a slow, gentle exhale. You don't need to try hard to relax. Just feel the fabric of your clothes against your skin. Feel the weight of your shoulders. Notice the support underneath your feet if you're standing or walking, or behind your back if you're sitting down. Right now, your body is doing an incredible job keeping you grounded and balanced in a changing world. Let your facial muscles soften. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders drop down just a fraction. Simply breathe out any built-up tension. No matter what happens around you this month, whatever transits, chaos, or outside noise try to pull you off center, there is a place of absolute quiet within you. It's your breath. It's the steady rhythm of your heart. It's your capacity to simply observe. You are not your anxious thoughts. You are the observer watching those thoughts drift by like clouds. With every breath in, you reclaim your cool composure. With every breath out, you shed external pressure and busyness. You've handled things before. You will handle this now with complete ease. Your body knows how to be resilient. Your mind knows how to stay clear. Just breathe and keep moving forward on your path. To do deeper, targeted therapeutic work, release deep-seated stress, and reframe the intense astrological aspects of this month at a physical level, click the link in the video description. You'll find a full 10-minute deep immersion session there. I recommend listening to it whenever you need to regain your focus and calm during demanding days. Subscribe to the channel and save that link. Take care of your energy and see you in the next videos.